What's up, Libra? Welcome in. Welcome to Scorp Queen Intuition. Welcome back. If you're here with me again, I appreciate you all. So let's go ahead and get into your reading, okay? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements in Libra, okay? Where is my dice? Okay, there we go. All right, guys. So we're just going to tap into some general messages for you, okay? Let's see what you need to know. You want to roll the dice here to see what signs come out for you. This could be who you may be connected with. If it does not come out in the dice, doesn't mean it's not your reading, okay? The sign may come out in the card. So let's see. Who is Libra connected with? Okay, we got Sagittarius. All right. Leo, which is not surprising. Fire, right? All right, you got Taurus. So Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Capricorn. So Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Capricorn, Gemini, Cancer. Let's get one more. And Virgo. Okay. So, all right, you may be dealing with any of those signs. This may be the energy or the person, the energy of the person coming out for you. All right. Let's see. What does Libra need to know right now? Libra, self-love. I am still trying to heal. So somebody's still trying to get over you. Surrender, letting go, release, give up, patient. And soul tie. I always feel connected to you. So somebody, guys, has been struggling to get over a connection. Okay, they've been trying to do everything they can. They still feel connected to you. They've tried to let go. They've tried to surrender. They're still trying to heal. That's the problem. So whatever is still holding them bound to this is because it's unhealed. So something that was done, or just the overall breakup, has, maybe this person has still been trying to heal. Maybe they've still been trying to learn themselves through their healing process. But whatever they've been trying to do, they still have not been able to shake this. Okay. You have escape. I left when things got hard. So maybe this person feels like they ran out too soon, like they shouldn't have given up so easily, or they weren't ready for it, like they were still broken or unhealed during that time, and so they wasn't ready. Maybe now they have been working on themselves. They've been trying to heal, been trying to let go of parts of themselves that may have hindered them from having this connection, because now they're stuck thinking like, well, what did I do? Did I make the right decision? Right. I still can't get over Libra. I'm still stuck on this. I'm still healing. Like, why am I still going through this process? Because they do feel like maybe they abandoned the connection or they walked away too soon. Like they didn't put in the fights. And I do feel like they have some sort of regret, and they're working through the process. Like, okay, what parts of me do I need to heal that made me not be able to want to surrender certain parts to myself, or just what about me do I need to heal that made me lose out on this connection, made me run from this, right? I'm tapping into this person's energy very strongly here. Let's see what else we have here. And it's like no matter how much they ran or they run, they still can't shake you. It's up to you. Okay. So I definitely feel like an abundance meditation brings answers at the bottom. So I definitely feel like this person knew it was up to them, right? To make the choice, to make the change, but they didn't. And now they're sitting back doing a lot of, deep diving, self-reflection. Okay, let's get one card. Just one card. Trust. And look at that at the bottom. You're ready. Yeah. This person wasn't ready before. They don't even understand. They didn't even understand themselves enough at that time to even know why they wasn't ready. Like, it was there. They had it. It was amazing. Yes, things are going to get hard in a connection, but certain parts of you have to be healed to be able to maintain that healthy connection that needs to be maintained, or be able to go through it and push through it and still have that mindset that I'm here and I'm here to stay. Yeah, this person, they're looking at themselves, right? They're looking at themselves. Let's see. Maybe they had trust issues. They wasn't trusting how things was going. They wasn't trusting the process. Oh, look at this, guys. Love. And love abounds, which is the Lovers, Gemini energy, and Ace of Cups here. So doing a lot of self-love, self-healing. Doesn't have to necessarily be as far as another person or relationship. They could really be working on themselves, working on their heart space, working on how they feel and how they show up in connections. That's all a part of their self-love process, right? Detach. Okay, so they had to pull back, which they did. They were very detached, I feel like, in a certain sense. Okay. Release. That's that surrender. This person had to really, really go within, guys, and really be like, what is the problem? Why I can't connect, or why I'm not connecting like I should, right? They had a lot of things they were holding in. And I feel like their response to things was to leave, was to run. You know? Because they rather have ran than to transform and heal themselves at that time, right? At that time. And that's what they realize now. My inability to transform, my inability to heal, me wanting to withdraw or pull back, just different things they're realizing here. Okay, so you have opportunity beckons that fell out. This person realized they missed out on an opportunity here. They really did. They missed out. Look at that. Healing begins, which has made them realize I need to work on myself. I need to heal. There's some baggage. There's some things I'm still holding on to that I need to let go of. Maybe they are ready to surrender now. Let's see what this last card says. Well, wow. Instead of one card, we got all of this here. So when I asked, was this person really ready? Look at what we got. Dreams come true, which is the Nine of Cups energy. Lead, which is the Emperor energy. And the Eight of Wands energy, which is success and growth. Wow. So I can't take all of that. So I'm going to, I don't even know which one fell out first, but let's see what else we got. So just additional cards. Look at that, guys. Heart chakra, balance, which is temperance energy, Sagittarius energy, and love abounds. Ace of Cups. We got a definite answer here, guys. Okay, like we got a definite answer. I'm going to take love abounds because it has already shown, it showed out in the first part of the reading. So I'm going to take that. I mean, the energy has been consistent in that space right there for that card. So this person is like, listen, oh my God. I didn't even know listen was at the bottom when I said that I was turning it over. But this person is like, listen, I know what I need to do. Okay. I heard everything you said. I know all parts of me that need to heal, need to be released. Because I can't shake this connection. So now I need to figure out what parts of me do I need to do to change. And that's what somebody is supposed to do when they truly love you, right? They're supposed to say, okay, it's not even about them. It's about what do I need to change to be better for them, right? Because that's the only way we're going to be able to be together, if I'm willing to release certain things and transform certain things. You may know the things that this person is holding on to or had, or was holding on to, or that they needed to heal from. It may have been very apparent to some of you guys. Some of you guys, it may have not. But you just knew this person had some things that was just some things they needed to work on, right? So let's clarify. Maybe this person realized they have to stand through, not detach, but go through the transformation with you. The transformation, that death energy, right? They realize now that, I feel like this person realized now that no matter what, things are going to come. So if I'm going to be dealing with shit, I might as well be dealing with it with the person I care about. So this person had a lot to think about. You got the Knight of Swords here. Look at that. Very, very, I'm out energy. Like, soon as something gets hard, maybe they withdrew. They could have been very quick with, like, they didn't think things through before they just kind of reacted. And their first reaction was to either detach, pull away, either emotionally or like physically or like mentally. Like maybe they just kind of tapped out mentally sometimes. You have the High Priestess at the bottom, V and J, initials V and J. Like I said, a lot of things this person may have held in. You got the Four of Wands. This person was running from connections. Look at this. They was running from relationship. They was running. I keep hearing, and it's crazy because I was just talking about this song the other day. I think it's Tusi. Like, she's a runner, she's a track star. Like, I keep hearing that song. So I don't know if like that was like the energy this person was in, because people run because they're unhealed, and their unhealed self is not willing to face what they need to do to heal, to make something work, right? So they're not willing to sacrifice. They're not willing to transform. Like, say you tell this person, hey, your communication could be better. Or you tell this person, hey, I feel like you're a little emotionally selfish, or you didn't do this, or I would have rather you do this. Instead of this person getting it right, they feel like they're attacked and they're gone, or they pull back or they withdraw, instead of just saying, okay, I hear you, and I'll make that change for you, right? So Ten of Swords in the reverse here, it caused nothing but problem after problem after problem, right? So this person realized maybe they've had many failed relationships with the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Okay, they ran out on me. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to laugh, but they ran out on many relationships. Right? Soon as something got hard, soon as shit hit the fan, and it could have been stuff they brought with them, because they were unhealed and they weren't willing to surrender or let go of certain parts of themselves and release certain parts of themselves. So this person brought baggage with them from relationship to relationship to relationship, and they just would run from relationship to relationship to relationship. And now they realize, you know what, it's not the relationship, it's me. Okay? It's me. You've been in multiple relationships and they all seem to go the same way. At that point, it's a time to start self-reflecting. Okay, so look at that. We have the Temperance here. Okay, this person is trying to find balance. And I do feel like the more they transform, the more they do allow themselves to go through that process, the more balanced they feel, the more emotionally stable they feel, because they are deciding to go through the process now, right? To really look at themselves and say, what the hell what parts of me do I need to let die so I can transform and be better for Libra? Okay. You got the King of Swords at the bottom. So, like I said, this person is really, really thinking. Maybe their mindset is changing. The way they communicate is changing, showing up better mentally. You know. I feel like whatever's going on, this person feels better. Okay. They do. The Knight of Wands in the reverse. That's that flighty in and out energy. They're realizing that they need to change that. This person wasn't staying in one place too long because they lack inner peace. Because like I said, everywhere they went, there was something, there was a major transformation. But instead of them going through that and saying, okay, this is the person I'm going to go through this with, they would be out. That's that Knight of Wands energy. Okay. Impulsive though, you know, with no direction, no real knowing of where they were going, what they were doing. They were just a runner. Four of Cups energy, which is opportunity beckons. Look at that, the Tower. This person had a major revelation. Like, I can't keep doing this. Like, I'm fucking up every connection I have. I'm missing opportunity after opportunity with people. With the Tower, Aries, Scorpio energy. Look at that. The Strength, Leo energy at the bottom. This person, like I told you guys, it didn't matter where they went to. And I tell you, because every relationship they went to, it ended like this. Okay? And they was left looking like this. Damn. Did another one. Gone. Okay? Look at that. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. They realized they were not easy to work with. They refused to compromise, work together. But if someone is not willing to release themselves and heal, they're not a cooperative person, right? Because when you come to them about things that they need to work on for the sake of you too, they do everything else. They avoid, they run, they do everything but make that change. So, let's see. Clarify. Opportunity beckons again here, Spirit. See? The destruction is within them, and they know that. Look at this. The Devil, Capricorn energy, and the Tower. Like, I don't think this could have come out, like, clarify what I was just saying anymore. Didn't I tell you, every relationship this person gets into, guys, this is how it goes. And they had to sit back and be like, why do I keep losing people? And the connection with you is what really triggered this rebirth in them, this transformation. Okay? They've been in so many karmic relationships. That's that Ten of Swords energy in the reverse that I saw. Many failed relationships. Because they needed to heal. They just needed to work on themselves. They refused to give up that part of themselves that wanted their own, that it was all about their satisfaction, their own happiness, whatever they wanted, with no regard to anyone else. The Moon here at the bottom. A lot of self-conscious things, like a lot of insecurities, a lot of things that this person held in. That's why I said I feel like this person was very hasty. Like, I don't know, like very temperamental. Could have been with the, you know, the Knight of Wands there in the reverse, as well as the Knight of Swords, that can be very quick to say something before they think, quick to do something before they think, because they got triggered or because they felt some type of way. And it could have been truth. They could have just needed to listen, and they just chose not to. All right, Pisces energy again here. See, Love Abounds, Ace of Cups. If that's two cards, I'm going to take it. This person said, let me get out of my stubborn ways, right? Let me change my mindset. Let me communicate better. Let me check myself, my mental, right? With the Queen of Swords here and this Two of Swords in the reverse. They had to really, I think we already saw the King of Swords too. So that could represent this person feeling like you're their partner, you're their divine partner, okay? Because I think they're the only court cards like kings and queens we saw. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Two of Swords in the reverse. This person don't want to be in this stuck place like where they was mentally. This place, this bound place where their mind was just not in the right place. They're clearing that. They're that's that self-love, right? They're loving themselves better. They're getting their mind right. And they're wanting to, clear the energy that kept them stagnated before. Six of Cups here at the bottom. Okay. Yeah, this person wants an apology. They want you to listen to. They want you to hear them out. And they want, maybe they want forgiveness. Okay, they definitely want to apologize, and they want to give you the opportunity to speak, and they listen as well, right? Let's see. This is really deep. Key player, important person, playing an essential role, irreplaceable. That's you guys. You played a major role in this person's transformation. They kept playing and BSing with everybody else. I don't know if everyone else just dealt with it. They just didn't hold them accountable or something. But you triggered something in this person to make them realize, okay, at this point, I'm realizing I need to change. Okay. Once I lost this connection with Libra, that was like an eye opener that I need to work on myself. Because, like, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong with me? Bad credit, debt, unemployed. Maybe they were going through financial issues. Okay. Maybe that was part of their struggle, part of something they were dealing with. I do feel like there were some things they were dealing with that they were keeping from you. Okay. Which may have made them come off as the way they were. Selfish, in a bad mood. When people are in a bad mood, they take it out on everybody. They become toxic. And I feel like that's what this person was happening. They was just becoming toxic. They were unhappy with themselves. They weren't loving themselves. Tiptoeing, avoiding, getting caught acting shady, and sneaking around. So maybe that was this person's issue with them, with your issue with this person. They were, I don't know, it was just something about them, the way they were acting, they were tiptoeing, they were avoiding. I don't know. So just the whole thing about the connection to you guys was just off. So this person wants to, and they know, okay, they kept a lot of secrets here with that high priestess I saw earlier. They could have been very sneaky. They could have, they were just toxic, guys. You couldn't trust this person. That's why trust is here as well. You couldn't trust them before. So maybe now they want to rebuild the trust here. Okay. Recalling memories, missing someone and reminiscing. That's how this person is feeling right now. What other messages do we have for Libra? I can feel that strong bond we share on a soul level. That's why soul ties there, guys. Okay. Look at that, guys. This deck has blank cards. And I feel like I got cheated because look at this. Majority of the cards are like blank. Look at that. There's too many cards in this deck that's blank. Maybe I'm supposed to write my own messages on them. Maybe I'll just do that, but I don't know. It's too many of them. Connect to me telepathically through meditation. And you're so beautiful inside and out. I had a crush on you from the very start. So they've always had some sort of feelings for you, right? So there was always something about you from the start, which is why you was the one that was able to come in, kind of, ignite this change in them. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for Libra? Seduction, attraction, flirt and dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. So maybe that was this, maybe this person had they were karmically tied to something here. Okay, so maybe they had some sort of addiction, inability to control themselves in some way. You have the butterfly, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. And at the bottom, heart with a key. Welcome and love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together perfect. So this person does feel like you're perfect. They feel like they know it wasn't you at all. It was them. They know that. Okay. So that's what made them go and work on themselves, because they really do want to meet. They do want to be with the person that is meant for them. And they feel like that's you. So they're hoping maybe they can fix this here. Okay. Because they do feel like they're ready here. All right. Okay, Libra, that was your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know if it resonated for you. And make sure that notification bell is on so you'll know when I am back. All right. I'll see you next time, guys.